Hi, this is Lisa from Question the Narrative. Good grand rising, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody is wonderful today. And guess what today is? The eve of Chinese New Year. And guess who I'm with? Honey Golden and Richard Cardinal. Honey and Richard, welcome to today's Question the Narrative. How are you both?
Good. How are you?
Super, super. Good, good. And Richard, thank you. This is the first time that you and I are getting a chance to meet in person. And thank you so much for joining. How are you?
Oh, thank you so much, Lisa, and thank you for having me on. I've been watching your beautiful shows, especially with Honey Bunny, and I just love your energy, your frequency. I love your hair.
Oh,
And
stop.
oh, yes, I do, I
Well
do, I
done.
do, I do. And I just love the
Yay.
interaction that you have and the way that you come out with questions, and you have such a beautiful, a peaceful energy frequency around you that is very alluring to the third eye. So I am very grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Greetings, Golden Femi.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. Well, today
Hmm.
I thought was so interesting as we were just talking about this. Today is the 16th, Monday the 16th, and we had planned this for like over a week. And tomorrow I go, when is the actual Chinese New Year?
Hmm.
And it's tomorrow, but tomorrow is the 17th of February. The 17th. And I thought that was so fascinating. It's like, okay, here we are in this incredible time. We're feeling all of this transition. And I want to get from you guys, what are you both getting? Is first of all, Chinese New Year does not always come on the 17th, unlike Western New Year, which is always January 1st. Chinese New Year can be anywhere from, I think, Richard, you said between the 21st of January to the
Mhm.
20th of February. And here we are at this amazing time. And Chinese New Year happens to be with the year of the snake going away to the fire horse, the 17th. So let's talk about that and start out our session because we want to talk about what this means. So why don't we start with Richard this time? Because Richard's my new guest on the show. I would love to get your perspective on what you think this means that it's on the 17th.
Well, the 17, I mean, all of us within the community, when we think of that number, the first one that pops in is Q, the movement, right?
Mhm.
But I think Honey's got something that she could tap in more clearly about this. What I'd like to talk about, because I'm mostly known to be a tarot reader, and
Mhm.
when I think about 17, I'm thinking in cards. So that would be eight. We're leaving it's like just the tip of the snake's tail that we're leaving and shedding right now. And what is this? There was a lot of revelation that was shown with the year of the snake as it was shedding, right? So that in the year of the fire horse, we can ride it in flames. But what I see with 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. And what is revealed information? So I get to see the 8 of swords, which represents a lady, and she's got swords all around her. That's like a jail. She's blindfolded and tied up. So on the
Mm.
17, I see the fire. The fire horse is going to burn through that rope. The rope lets go, information revealed, and we can see now clearly because there's no more blindfold. That's what I get.
Ooh,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. Well, honey,
Yeah.
there's your intro on that. What are you seeing? What are you getting out of this?
Well,
Incredible.
what I'm just getting the synchronicity of the 17 and how the universe has engineered so many things to fall on that day or to be, to come to that number. And this happened a long, long time ago, that movement, the letter 17 movement. So Q happened, it started way back in Tartaria, I get.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
basically, we're just continuing that and we're referencing that so that people are aware and they reference it in their mind. Oh, okay, these are linked. And
Mm.
we're about to go forward because that's also linked. So it's like a subconscious clue for a lot of people.
Interesting. It's very, very interesting. Well, it's just too much to be a coincidence.
Right.
That's all I need to say. Richard, you've got some cards going out there. You want to pull a card on this one or a couple cards
I
just to see?
sure, of course. I just tend to always love shuffling. I mean, I
No,
do it like
I've done
without.
that too. I love that. It's a great feeling of doing something but it sounds like maybe the cards have something to share.
Well, yes, I think they do. I'm just going to make it quick, so I'll ask my higher self for three cards in regards to our intro here and what our beautiful honey bunny has just shared. Because I do agree, my higher self is showing me the Q movement has been there from the beginning of time. I mean, like, what is time, right? It goes a long way. Light and dark has always been present. So I see that whatever Q stands for, whether it be boots on the ground, which we call the white hats, or boots in the ether, which we'd refer to the alliance, it's always been there. I think that moves like Star Wars and all that are like actual things, you know?
Mhm.
And all right, enough babble. I tend to babble. If I lose myself, just say shut.
No.
Don't worry. No, we're gonna rein you in. It's okay. It's beautiful. Let's I love that. Start.
So, yes, absolutely. So, in regards to our intro, we are talking about the Queen of Cups. So, she is the emotional queen. She could sometimes have sadness, but this is not about sadness right here. She holds emotional intellect within her golden chalice. Okay, so plasma, water, emotions. And the Q
Mm.
movement, yes. I mean, this is a youthful card about information, truth, justice. And in order to deliver the alpha, the spark of light, the Ace of Cups. So that's the elixir of life, ongoing fluidity of emotional support. So, yes, absolutely. They've been here for a very long time. They do hold emotional intellect. They are. Because this one is very youthful. So we're talking, like you said, about Tartaria and all that. That would have been a yes. And their mission, it's really good. It's for emotional victory. So the answer is yes.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, this is what a wonderful sort of synchronicity of life, which is beautiful,
A star
beautiful.
healing the age of Aquarius.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
no,
that.
this is
Yes.
beautiful, and it's really interesting. It's such a synchronicity, and these things that we are seeing, like we're opening our eyes, and things are becoming much more apparent. Well, this is wonderful. But today we wanted to really talk about together with you two beautiful souls, is to talk about what the future of humanity looks like. We've been talking about going through this ascension process, this enhancement and increase of consciousness. And we've been going through many of these elements, bringing out the truth, which is the work that we're doing to shed, which we've done, which in the year of the snake has been a big part of the process. But here we are, we're coming out the other end. And I want to just take a moment to celebrate and talk about what the future is and what we're creating. So I want to first talk about and say, what is a future human? What does this person, this entity, this spirit look like? Maybe, honey, you want to start with that because I love that. She gives me these wonderful little visual cues when she says, like, oh, didn't think of that one. What does she look? What do we look like as humans, the new human?
We look buoyant, like we look happy, we feel lighter, we look very healthy, and we basically bounce as we walk, like we're enjoying life. We're actually
Mm.
feeling really good. And if we don't, like if we come up against like an emotional thing, we'll move through it really quickly. Because I think one of the things that was done is the subconscious and the conscious mind were separated. And I think that is going to come back together, those two
Mhm.
things. And we're going to move through lessons really quickly. And they're not going to be these huge polarized experiences. We're going to actually say, oh, okay. So thank you for that. I'm glad I got to learn that today. That is going to catapult me forward in this way, you know,
Mhm.
and we're not going to feel so dramatically and also stuck. I don't feel like the future human gets stuck very often
Mm.
in their own emotional stuff because they learn how to move through it. And there's all the other stuff like eating different and, all that kind of stuff. But the human being itself is going to be different.
Wow, that's beautiful. One thing that you said that really catches me, that's a new thought for me, maybe not for everybody else, is that we separated the subconscious and the conscious mind. What an
Mhm.
interesting observation. Very, very interesting. And all I could visualize when you were saying it was, you know how in cartoons you have the happy cat or the happy dog with their tail up and they're sort of prancing in the background? That's what I could see that we're doing. That there's a pride and a joy that an animal has that we've not allowed ourselves to have. Is that kind of what you mean when you say we're buoyant
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Or like a
bouncing?
happy kid, you know, that's
Mm-hmm.
walking along and maybe, kicking rocks as they walk down the dirt road and having fun. Just
Mm-hmm.
being in your own energy and enjoying it. That's the
Wow.
future.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Wow. Richard, so what do you get when I say, what is the human going to be like as
Well,
we
first I
trans?
gotta tell you because I took off my glasses and I'm looking at you, Lisa, and because of your white background, I am blinded by your aura. Because I can totally
Wow.
see your aura like vibrating. It is so
Oh,
beautiful
wow.
and so white and so pure. So yes, I'm a little bit, woo, that's so
Oh my
fun.
God, that's so beautiful. Because I have to tell you, Richard, I am, as people know recently, I'm obsessed with color. And right now, I can't wear black. I just white. I just want to be white and like all of that.
Yes.
So interesting. So thank you for that. Because
It's
color is a massive healing frequency.
yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Yeah, well, you're
Oh,
welcome. I had to tell you. So
thank you.
how I see the human in the future is very much like honey. I see also taller. Okay, we can be taller.
Mm,
And I love this, honey, what you said about the subconscious and the conscience and that divide, that separation, which is what we're losing the skin of this, we're shedding that away. And what comes between the conscience, the subconscious, is the superconscious. And that, as it comes, and it's bringing those two as one, no more divide, no more separation. The superconscious is remembrance. I remember who I am. I remember that I am light, that I am source. There is no more divide. So how I see a human in the future, yes, taller. I see like I saw your aura. It'll be very easy for everyone to start seeing auras because people are going to get connected again from that separation. And when you're
mm,
connected, you can just see frequency, energy. You can tap and play with the energy. So I think that it's going to be very light. It's going to be very beautiful. And consequently, I see nature thriving, growing. I see things very different. It's not just human, but it'll be our whole environment with Gaia, less wires, more connection, like a merge of spiritual in like I don't know how to explain this because I'm French, so sometimes I get lost in my words. But okay, bring it back in. We're just talking about the human. I won't talk about technology right now.
Oh,
I
we'll go into
see.
technology. I'll love that. So just, yeah, perfect.
Okay, because even with technology, I don't see it so much as how we've seen it to date. As I was meditating this morning, I came back to Tartaria and, like how free energy was going and all that. And I'm asking my higher self, is it like past? A future proofs past. But then I got the whole thing. Like, was it all necessarily suppressed? I got yes, but also with the new human, it's not just things of the past that were hidden, but as we evolve and our energy can go hand in hand with technology, it's going to look very different. I could see
Mm,
almost like holographic technology happening that comes when we need it and just dissolves right after. Less noise, less pollution, more clean. And that's why I see us thriving and growing and probably living a lot longer. Honey, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like the normal lifespan will just keep going
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just keep going up until it gets back to like, do you want to live to be 1,000? That'll be considered like being 100 now,
Mhm.
mhm,
being 1,000 instead. But yeah, I don't see the technology as being nearly as intrusive. I think over time, a lot of social media will just fade. A lot of stuff will happen
Mhm.
that basically, your phone will become actually good for you as far as like the frequency and the light that comes out of it. But you won't need it very much
Mhm.
and you won't carry it around and you won't be addicted to it anymore. And your business won't be attached to it as much. I just feel like things are going to shift, but of course that will take time.
mhm.
But technology is like struggling right now. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys have experienced that, but it's been really interesting. And I don't think it's having such an easy time as the timeline split, because we're basically
Mm,
going through another bifurcation event.
mhm,
And I feel like tech is there's parts of it that are just flipping out and they
Mhm.
don't work that well right now.
Glitching. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
glitching. Well, it's interesting. I want to take it back to that because I want to go into the tech because that's, honey, I'm experiencing that all over the place, such as navigation not working in different ways and things going back and forth, things not working the same way that they used to, and people sort of rebooting. But I want to go back to Richard, what you said, because I also think there's a couple of very interesting points in there. You talked about when you said supraconscious, when you
Mhm.
said separation. I want you to define that a little bit. But then I also want to go into, and I don't want to forget this point, because I think all of these things that we say, there's so much meaning behind them, and I
Mhm.
want to get into them. I've experienced this concept of a feeling taller than I am in this physical world, a consistent feeling of being much taller and not bigger, but bigger. And when you said that, it fascinates me because as I'm working on this clothing brand, one of the things we went into is that the majority of women in the world are petite, meaning they're under what in feet and inches, 5 feet 4 inches,
Mhm.
under 5 4 inches. And I thought, well, that's fascinating because that is not what the Tertullians are, the older ones. So there must be something important about that. So I would love for you to pull some cards or do a pendulum and find out why you said taller and why I'm getting that perspective. And honey, you nodded and you were like, maybe you have that experience as well. This height thing, is that something that's actually an important part of who we are in the future?
Who wants to go first, honey? Oh,
No, you can go first. Yeah, the
okay.
cards want you to go first.
So one that
They're
flew out
spilling over
here.
with joy. They're bouncing,
Yeah,
Richard.
they're
They're
like
bouncing,
ready
like Honey
for jumping.
said.
They are. Well, first
I
I'd like to
love.
answer. I'm going to take three cards here. And how I see it is because yes, you're absolutely accurate, Lisa. I feel taller as well. But what is fascinating, because I'm 6'1", so I'm
Mhm.
tall, right? But
Mhm.
people, because I also do hair, right? So I do see people live in person that I touch. So the clients would come and say, Richard, oh my gosh, you seem like a giant. Why are you so tall? But this is it.
Mm.
I think it's all related to our frequency. The more that we tap into, whether it be in meditation or staying positive or like lifting our frequency and turning our head to what lowers it, we will feel and be perceived by others as taller because it's an energy frequency. So,
Oh.
and let's not forget, we're in a simulation right now, organic
Yeah.
as it is. we've all seen timelines jump like yo-yos. I mean,
Mm,
so I think this
mm,
is the height thing, which I think goes in with the superconscious, because the superconscious, how I see it, is, well, we have our conscience, our subconscious, but the superconscious, I see it almost like a treasure. What do you call pirates? A chest
Yes. Yeah.
treasure chest.
of all your memories and maybe all your experiences, and even the first creation of
Mm,
the spark of light comes from there. And as that
yeah.
vault opens, memory comes back. And this is why I keep always saying remembrance, remembrance. I remember who I am. It's not what I've been judged or labeled or no, no, I'm talking about remembering the spark of light.
Yeah.
The beginning. Wow,
Right?
that's fascinating. Yeah. But
Mhm.
those are very interesting points. And the point though, and honey, you definitely had that like cognition when I was saying it. It's like, but you're right, Richard, in sort of modern times, a man who's 6 foot tall is the average height. A woman's average height is 5'5". But I don't think the numbers are correct when they say average, because more than 60% of women are under 5'5". And men who are taller than 6 foot are often have issues because men are jealous of that, because height seems to be power. So does it relate to the amount of our soul, the power that we've taken from our soul, and this height that we are? Is there some connection?
Yeah. It also, I think we have like an awareness in ourselves too of Tartaria and of the giants who were more in charge of society than
Mm-hmm.
the shorter, like regular sized person. When I think about Tartaria and you see those beautiful, massive cathedrals and you see all of what's going on with the architecture, you also next to it, you will see like maybe you go a little ways to a different village and then you'll see something that's like a copy of it, but it's small. It's made in a more
Mm-hmm.
rudimentary way. And to me, that's the human building, that they created, sparked by inspiration of the Tartarian building, which was built by giants with special technology. So I don't think they always had access to all the technology. I think that the Tartarians kind of dealt it out, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they got all the information all the time. And for me, the super conscious is we come in with the veil of forgetting, and there's like a membrane in between,
Mhm.
you know? So you have this little controller in between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. That little membrane is getting removed
Hmm.
right now. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
dissolving. And we're going to know who we are. We're going to remember all of our memories. And it's coming in faster and faster. I feel like the fire horse will be doing that for us as humans, during this time, as all the 3D starts to really crumble, which it's really doing now. Like it's really fun to watch, actually.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot. That's so interesting. So this concept is so fascinating. The separation is now going away of the subconscious and the conscious, which is very interesting. And Richard, you're hitting on something with this height. So let's go back. Is it either the cards or the pendulum? What does the universe want us to know about
Mhm.
why we're feeling this thing about height?
Okay, so I don't know how to like I did take three cards. The first one that flew out, as you had witnessed, is about the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a handshake. Two sides come together, shake hands chin chin, cheerio, old chap, and they cheers together. Cups is emotion, plasma. The body is what, 70, 80% water plasma. And then we have the health symbol there. And then we got the Lyrian at the top. Then at the heartbeat, I got the second fastest moving card of the deck, which is the Eight of Wands. Rapid fire coming in. So a deal was made. Hands were shaking about water, the human body. Something came down really rapidly. And we end with the Four of Pentacles. So that's in a time of hold to thyself, whether you feel safe or unsafe, but keep the line. Don't go crazy right here. It's a time to relax and keep what you have to yourself. So, talking about this and the height, it looks like because we used to be taller in Tartaria, something would happen. There was a deal made about the health symptoms, and then something came crashing down really rapidly. This could be like almost like shrink, hold on to yourself. You know, like you're saying, like women are shorter than men. So I don't really know how to interpret this, but something has happened. A deal was made, and then the woman got shrunk. I know what I sound like, but let me take maybe a few
This is
more cards. Like
fascinating.
I
If
know
you
what I
Why
guys,
sound like, but
not?
it look
yeah,
something happened.
if you look at some of the indigenous people, like in Mexico and stuff, the men are also very small. Like
Mhm.
they're under some of them under 5 feet tall.
Okay, well, however this is going, it's changing though. So, woman, brace yourself. You won't have to wear 6-inch spike heels to be tall now, because we got now got the fastest moving card, the Chariot. At the heartbeat of the first one, the shrinking number, that's the second fastest. This one is faster, about truth, justice. It's a major arcana, which means it's a big deal. Second in line, we got another major arcana, the Justice. Truth, justice, and we got a balance here, a rebalancement. And look, we're moving out of troubled waters from rocky waves to smooth sailing with all that information, and we're crossing with the Seven of Swords. So things are changing, and I stand corrected. We're going to keep growing. We're going through a time of major healing with the Temperance. This one, other major arcana, is permanent healing, and I got to hide the Dolly Partons so that we start a new world, the golden age, a restored Gaia 2.0. So I love it. Height,
Beautiful.
growth. Something happened. There was something happened that shrunk. It was a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know who made that deal, but it came really rapidly.
The grays.
Interesting. And it,
The
It
and
had
it
to
grays?
do
sounds
with
like,
the grays, the when the grays
Okay.
came in. Can
Yes,
I
I'm
did
ask
it
getting a
make,
Richard
yes.
one question?
Yes.
please, yes.
Okay, so as we shift
Mhm.
over the next, let's say, 5 years,
Yes.
will humanity have the ability, no matter what their age, to begin to grow taller if they wish?
Yes.
Ooh,
Now let me
I
ask
know.
it this way. Is
Okay.
there any way that we are wrong, Aurelien? That's his name, Aurelien. So when I go side to side like that, that's a no. So in regards to Honey's question, is she accurate within the next 5 years? Now we're going back and forth. So yes, yes, and it's starting to pick up momentum. So you know what, guys, if I may, because it's strong right now, it's coming in.
yeah.
Is it that we're going to wake up one day and see like a radical change, like a light switch, like pow, everything changed and we're growing and all the technology has switched overnight? It feels like it's going to, like the pendulum was going slow to fast. I think it's already happening. And then just one day within maybe the next 5 years, we'll turn around and go, oh, wow, it's all changed. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really
yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
But so the height itself is one thing, and
Mm.
I love this because I think it's a representation. But what does it mean? What did height mean for us? The shrinking of the height, did it have something to do with how much of our soul came into us, somehow empowerment? Can we talk about that? Like, honey, what do you get when I ask that question?
I get power. I get empowerment because the human thinks of themselves as small, and we've been taught to think of ourselves as small. And that's part of the distorted,
Mhm.
overlay that's been here. And it's time to come into our sovereignty. It's time to think about, well, I have a big soul in here, you know. My
Mhm.
soul's been doing all kinds of stuff. It knows lots of things. So kind of expanding the body upwards so that we actually feel more empowered, I think will be
Mm.
part of it. And I don't really feel like we're going to have any kind of hierarchy in the future. So it doesn't matter whether someone is a giant or someone is, say, an ET that's like 30 feet tall or whatever. Everyone will be seen as equal. But humanity's been very shortened. So
Mm.
I feel like that's going to change. I feel like the Sumerians were close to like 10 feet tall.
Mhm.
So
So
maybe
it
Richard
did,
can ask that. Yeah.
yeah, go ahead. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So it seems that they were getting, yes, 10, 12. Were
Yeah.
they shorter, the Sumerians, like 6 feet, 5 feet, and all that? See, we're already changing gears and going to a no. So they were quite tall, were they not?
It's funny. You
Yes.
just start thinking and then the pendulum starts moving the way that you're
Wow.
thinking.
This is
Well,
beautiful.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
because it's not an outside entity, my pendulum. It's connected to
Yeah.
my higher self. So,
Mhm.
it's all
Yeah.
electrical energy.
Electrical current.
But
I
it's
love it.
funny, yeah, you're right. They shrunk everything, that control thing, like those massive trees that they cut off, and then we think they're just like mounts or hills or mountains. Everything was so tall and thriving. Let's think about the Megadolon and all this. Thing was so big, and then you got the ice wall and the control, and then the simulation into an inversion, a matrix, and everything was short in so that they could suck in our power. Because at least that if we don't remember who we are, we become a battery. But now that with the remembrance coming back, this is it. This is like the year of the fire horse. Humanity is going to be so sexy and thriving and learning and like getting the flesh of the goose. Like, I got the power.
Yeah, and this is
you
beautiful. Like
know?
what you're saying, like you're saying we'll grow. And honey, you asked that question. It's fascinating because I was hearing something that talked about how in the near future, because we'll have so much more carbon dioxide in the environment, that plants will grow so rapidly, which means our food supply can grow so rapidly. We don't need these chemicals that they've been putting on there. And here we are growing. And I think it's a metaphor for exactly what you were saying before, which is how we view ourselves as being small, but we're growing, and we view ourselves as that divine, that bit of divinity that we really
Mhm.
are, which is very exciting news. That's the future human. You guys are really getting something really interesting here. So many things. I love, I love. We're learning a lot.
I got a flash right now. Honey, tell me, how do you resonate to this? I just got a flash that we could actually, on our wish, change the color of her hair.
Yes, I get yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to my
Yes.
original color when I was a kid for
Yes.
sure. Mhm.
And what was that,
Yeah.
honey?
It was blonde. It was basically this color, but actually lighter. Yeah.
Lighter. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do anything we choose. I think
Hmm.
exactly. We are listen, we can create the avatars like we do in our tech. But then that leads
Yes.
me into the tech. Because Richard, you said something also that intrigued me. It
Mhm.
was you didn't see wires in
No.
our world in the technology, which I thought was beautiful. And then, honey, you were talking about how our technology was not working right now and how our phones, which seem to be an appendage to us right now, will actually do something good. So let's go into technology and think about what the future is with technology with the new human. So, honey, let's start with you. What do you see are the key changes in the world we have today to the world of the new human, the new earth that we're going to?
I feel like they will be taken, so we'll have glass pads, which is what I've always seen is basically like a sheet of glass. And they actually can do that now, they just don't. So, but the
Mhm.
frequencies will be good for the body, they will be good for the environment, and they won't be something that we're afraid of, but we'll also lose the emotional dependence upon them. So we'll be able to like look at our window, and if we want to turn it into a television screen, we'll be able to just wave our hands in a certain way or say activate or whatever, and it will become one. And we'll be able to have communication that way with what it'll all be integrated technology. So if you want to have FaceTime with someone, then you can do that over the TV screen that just lights up from the window. And I don't think
Mhm.
it's going to be complicated. Like it's just going to be easy. You can talk to it and it'll do what you need. It will be quantum, and it's going to be more like the actual astral plane type tech where you just create it. You just think it and you create it when you're in the astral plane, and you know
Mhm.
who you are. So with Richard making the shield, he created that out of his mind and he knew he could. So he did it, and he protected everybody that was standing behind him. And we'll be able to do a lot of that more physically in the future, but the tech will just be a supportive thing. I don't know how long it will take for social media to fade out, but I
Mhm.
don't think we'll have it forever. It will just turn into communication,
Mhm.
and we'll get our social activity from people, not like somebody online, because we can just go there. We don't have
Mhm.
to have conversations over the internet, you know?
That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So you're seeing this very different world, but what you also described is that first of all, that we are the technology ourselves, that
Yeah.
we use our internal biometric technology, which is really, really wonderful. And you actually sort of in my mind, I'm looking at, I don't know if you've seen this show called Upload on Amazon, where they upload consciousness. It's a whole sort of thing where they're,
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
yeah. And so the telephone was like this. You put your thing here and then put this, and you see the screen like right that, then you just close it like that. And that was what it is. But you said a couple things there that were fascinating because you were saying that the frequencies will be positive for us and that we would make them. So that sort of shifts so many different things. It shifts a business model from I'm producing tech and I'm producing it for mass scale and I'm control and essentially I'm controlling it. It's centralized production. I control it and it costs you money. So therefore you have to do something to get it in order to communicate and to be part of this world, which is really, really interesting. And that you no longer need these rare earth minerals that
Mm-mm.
we've been fighting over and disturbing Mother Gaia for. So that's
Mhm.
very interesting how you say that. Those are the consequences I see out of that, which is like beautiful consequences. So
Yeah.
amazing from what you're saying there. I love that. And you're not seeing wires, which is amazing. To me, it's
Right.
like that whole idea that it's like a mess.
Oh,
Who's this
It's
baby?
Dr.
Oh,
Boo.
Dr.
oh,
Little
my
Boo.
baby.
God. Oh, so beautiful.
Hi, world.
Hi.
He's
So,
like,
Richard,
get
how
me
are
out of here.
you? Actually, cats are tagged. How are you seeing technology in
I see it
this
very
next
much
one?
like our honey bunny does. I see it like interfacing with technology, like a mirroring back. It's very different. Almost like with this technology, could be like that interface, right? Like your energy will interface with it and we can use it. It's very different. I don't see so many wires. I see like wires being removed. Everything is almost like a crystal technology, and it comes from within us. It's like a mashup, a teaming up. And the more that our vibration is raising, the more we can interface with it. Almost like telekinesis, right? If you put your mind's eye, you can bend spoons, honey,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
things of that nature. Because technology, right? There's been so many conversation and a lot of fear mongering out there around artificial intelligence and the Terminator and the takeover. I see it as intelligence. So, like, how do I approach it? I come in as a sovereign. I come in, with my own thoughts and energy, and I could interact with it, and it's a very beautiful. So I see it like evolving this way. So no wires, no clutter. I don't see like smog in the future, because I've tapped into the future as we all have, and it's thriving and it's plush and it's green. The leaves are massive. We're gonna have like new animals that we thought were extinct show up, new animals. And Gaia doesn't want concrete. Huh? I've done a video on this, Gaia 2.0. She's already starting to eat it. She's got her armies of bugs, of mold growing, and eventually it'll just get swallowed down. The future is not with dead material on Gaia, our beloved mother, because we're leaving Gaia 1.0 to 2.0. That's a golden age. So all that, those wires, and like the digging in her flesh for the minerals, as you were saying, my beloved Lisa, all that is finished. She's alive, she's thriving, and this is why we are coming online and growing. We are waking up with Gaia. There's no more separation, no more divide. We remember that super
Mhm.
conscience, and then the bubblings, the memories restoring, rising. Because I also did a reading recently, and I was brought into the circle of fire and the marina trench, and I saw very below. It was so dark. I knew there was a bottom, but I couldn't see it. But all I saw was bubbles coming up. And how I was shown is that the marina trench could be almost like Gaia's solar plexus, and a memory
Mhm.
coming back up. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. Once I start yapping, I can't
No, keep
stop.
going. This is
Oh,
beautiful.
good.
That's great. No, it's really good because you're mentioning something. First of all, let's go back to the one thing you talk about. So we're seeing no wires. We're seeing a very different world with technology. Technology is part of us, but it's not harmful to us. It's not, it's
It's
once again,
not.
both of you are articulating beautifully the lack of separation, the understanding that everything is organically connected. But I want to go back to this housing thing and about concrete because we are seeing all over the planet now massive sinkholes of roads, of homes, of bridges. And it's this, what you're saying is that she's basically repelling. Concrete is not good for her. So let's talk about how we see housing. First of all, because we've talked, many people talk about transportation of the future, healthcare of the future, but no one's talking about where we'll live, how we'll live, what these structures look like, these homes that we've been sort of really holding on tight to. What is it going to look like for us?
Stone, liquid glass. So they'll use a lot of frequency. And just like Richard said, I don't think we're going to use a whole lot of like cement. We may at first
Mhm.
for that. Like my first project, we're probably going to end up using cement for the dome that we create. But eventually it's just going to be like frequency and creating with frequency and building homes that are really good for the environment. So there's not going to be anything toxic within the home. I'm hoping we go back to copper water pipes, which I feel like we will. And we'll
Mhm.
probably have a better like situation with that as well. I don't feel like the copper's going to go all over the house. Like we'll
Mhm.
actually figure out how to deal with it better and not use so much of
Mhm.
it, because I think it's also going to be really valuable for other things.
Mhm.
And when you were saying that Mother Earth doesn't want the cement anymore, she doesn't want any of the roads, and there's no reason that we need the roads
Mhm.
in the future. So they're all going to go, all the power lines will go, just like you
Mhm.
said. Um, and I think we'll learn how to just get power from either some sort of little machine that we have in the house or through the air, through the ether, like the Tartarians were. There'll be a lot of stuff that we merge from the past and maybe have a more streamlined version of it for our future. But the homes are going to be beautiful, you know?
Mhm.
And if you want to see the sky at night, you will have a whole glass ceiling, right?
Mhm. So more
Yeah.
connected that way. So glass is what you're seeing is a very organic and a natural material that's
Yeah,
beautiful
because
because it's
it's
made of
stone
sand.
as well.
Mhm. It's
Yeah.
sand and stone is beautiful. So she doesn't, so Earth, Mother Gaia, she doesn't mind if we dig up
Mm-mm.
stone. She's okay with
No,
that.
I've always gotten 10 feet or above is okay with her.
Okay, okay.
But once you start digging down in one of those big pit mines or even going under, she doesn't mind as much. But when you do those big open pit mines, she hates that. It's like
Mm.
creating a wound on her skin, you know.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of the tunnels will actually go as well,
Mhm.
except for the ones that are really relevant for us to get around and for us to meet other um, societies with. Yeah,
So tunnels for transportation will remain as they are in there.
for a
So
while.
how do
Yeah.
we then, yeah, how do we then create a house, honey? Like a foundation, so no cement. What would be the replacement there? Or is it just stone itself?
Stone. She also likes bricks still. I get that she's
Mhm.
okay with bricks.
Because it's a
Um,
natural material as
yeah, because
well.
it's natural. So people will still have brick walkways and, you know,
Mhm.
things that, but eventually we're just gonna float, which is a whole nother story.
Oh,
Float.
no,
That
you
may
can't let
be
that
the
one go.
line.
Wait,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think
Come on, say
I think
it.
eventually we're just gonna float. So we'll just
Wow.
be moving like, this high above the ground. I don't think we're gonna actually touch the ground unless it's intentional. So we're not going to be
Mm.
disturbing the plants or, you know,
Mm.
doing that
Like
kind
in
of thing.
Star Wars,
Yeah, you'll just
where
float.
Luke, yeah, like hover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hover.
Yes, the
yeah,
hovercraft. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God. Like Back to
yeah.
the Future. Oh my gosh. So Richard,
yeah.
what are you getting in terms of how we're going to live?
Well,
What are you living?
it's gonna be gorgeous because I've been looking at Gaia. Like I love Gaia. Okay, I love the primordial divine mother one. And I speak to her a lot. I ask her questions. I ask her to make me feel emotions. And every time she brought me to the future, it's always thriving. I see a lot of water. I could also see homes merging with trees. So
Mm.
think of like tree houses or things like that. I see it communing, becoming a commune together. So you can build a house around or within trees. It's a very beautiful. I think that we can all do whatever we desire, or I guess it depends where you live or where you're situated, because it'll have its own environment. So I think it could very change. And I do agree very much with the glass, because with technology, you can melt that glass and make it go solid again, right, honey? So
Yeah.
that becomes very easy to build, like from
Mm.
liquid
Mhm.
to actual glass. I keep seeing, do you guys remember the movie Lucy?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
At the end, as she's coming more online and she's going to 100 and she's about to like, she's able to go into the
Transition.
cop's car and then she's like going like, just and the stop, green light. And she's able to manipulate everything so she can drive really fast. I see a lot of that too, like you were
Oh.
saying, honey, on the glass. It's very like, and then you pick up and you open. It's uh, it's fun. It's a fun interaction. And whenever I never see anything malicious or dark, it's really like a merging for, like human 2.0, right? It's absolute intelligence. And yes, I don't see anything, because again, you were saying with the big pit holes or the digging, what I get from Gaia, it feels like a root canal being done. It's
Mm.
like killing the nerve there, and
Yeah,
she
it's
really
not
doesn't
good.
like that. And most tunnels, I agree with you, it's already out good. Like whether the mycelium or her insects, a lot of them are just going to vanish because she feels like she shows me, I feel like Swiss cheese, and
Mm.
I don't want that, you
No.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other
Wow.
tunnels, it's going to be for bullet riding, right?
Yeah.
Like
This is exciting.
fast.
Yeah, very, very exciting. So it's the
Yes.
trains, right? And the technology is there for that. Wow. Wow. That's very exciting. So let's ask this question. Richard, maybe you can ask this of either whichever medium you want.
Yes.
What is Mother Earth Gaia excited about in our future, the technology of the future? What is she
Oh.
excited to
What is
experience?
she excited about? Well, she's number one, really excited that she's back online after her slumber. She's excited that her children are waking up with her. She's crowning, ready to birth. So there's some pain there, but she's a tough cookie, our mother. So she's excited for the liberation and to be able to like walk in tandem, not just like be disconnected from her, but for the technology in the future, it's like a connection, a lockup. We all work together to thrive because there's more than humans. We are going to have some beautiful off-world familia joining us soon. And I feel that all these buildings that have been built in concrete, because they're building everywhere. So why are they keep building if Gaia doesn't want it? I get that it's going to be a place, all these new buildings, for the in-between, because as many are departing the simulation,
Mhm,
many will be
mhm.
arriving. So it will have its place. But already she's got the sinkholes and all that. Why she chooses where, that I do not know. Maybe there are reasons or ley lines or key points that need to go right away. I don't know. But okay, enough babble. What is Gaia super
What is she
excited
excited
for?
about technologically for us to experience and for her to experience?
Yes. Okay, so la 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 la. Okay, what is she excited about? She is excited because the Three of Cups right here, it's a celebration. Mind, body, spirit coming together and chin chin cheerio. Cups is emotion, so her emotions are happy. Why? Because we are breaking the chains of the devil system that has enchained her, humanity, and kept us apart from one another because it got kept us on the outskirt of abundance. Gaia is abundant because she is tangible, and so are we. So we've had a disconnection there. I'm going to need
Mm.
more cards. So right now, what is
Mm.
happening, we are shaking hands, humanity and Gaia, about emotions to restore her health, our health, at the heartbeat. And it's starting to go really rapidly, the change. She's working really fast. A lot of information, a lot of heat, could be like solar flares as well with the Schumann's resonance. Moving on. So just hold on to yourself, okay? Hold the line in these times. Okay, it's a time to ground with her, holding the pentacle. So ground, go outside, hug a tree, be with nature, connect with her. Because for the future, this has been a long time in the coming. This could be my cue card, number 17. He's always been here. Great military, working with a pentacle that is tangible, that is Gaia, going into the golden era, Gaia 2.0. You can't blow him out of the way. Even though we had the devil there at the center, this is going to deliver his gold coin. Then we have for a bright new day, a new dawn, a new adventure with a page of pineapples, golden era. And then we end with, ha 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 ha, I love it. I got to hide her Dolly Partons. For Gaia 2.0, a new world. Eeha!
Oh my God. But you have
Love
said
it.
over and over and over again, the golden age, the golden age, the golden age. This
Yes,
is
they're all
beautiful.
pentacles.
Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wow.
Oh,
So basically, you're saying Mother Gaia is super, super excited. She's so happy that we're growing together, we're awakening together,
Yes,
and it's
yes,
happening very, very rapidly. Wow. So
yes,
exciting. Yay.
yes,
It's very good. Honey, what do you
yes.
get from that?
yeah. I mean, I get the same. We're in this quickening that's going on, and it's up to us how fast it goes, but it's going to go faster than we expect because
Yeah.
it's like we've been eking out this new thing and doing everything really slow. And at the end of this year of the snake, it's been sped up so much. And for a lot of people, it's been really painful, like a lot of
Yeah.
sickness, a lot of unrest in their house, with relationships and, different things have been going on. But we're wrapping that up. And tomorrow we go forward and
Mm.
it's time to resolve everything because we have a lot to do. And the going forward, I think, will speed up faster and faster. It may
Yeah.
not feel that fast right away, but
Mm.
it's going to be very fast by the end of the fire horse. And
Wow.
probably more than we even expect will happen in this Chinese New Year.
Wow. So the 17th, lots of change, big
Richard got
transition.
something. He's
Okay, Richard, tell me.
I can't help myself. So, as my beloved honey bunny is talking, I took my angel cards, my Charlie's angel cards, because I turned them into tarot cards. So, when I have more than one angel on a card or with Bosley, it becomes a wand, a fire element. So the first card in regards to everything you said, my honey bunny, we got Kate Jackson with Bosley. So that becomes a wand. And the number is 28. So that's 10. So this becomes the Ace of Wands, a grand of the universe, very fiery, the year of the fire horse, Ace of Wands. It's a fire energy. So that all honorability and passion. I see a lot of art happening. There's going to be so
Mm.
much art in the future. We're going to thrive us. But this is the grand of the universe. Love this. Now we got, again, two angels. We got Sabrina Duncan and Kelly Garrett. So it's 11, the two of wands. That is a portal. This is holding Gaia in our hands in the 11 portal, manifesting, making plans of what the future of technology, of the new human 2.0 is going to look like. And
Mm.
then, so we do have a lot of people are going to be shedding because now we got Farrah Fawcett. She is a cup, so that becomes a 5 of cups. So this is one of sadness, a focus on the spilt milk because we're focused on the 3 spilled glasses, but there's 2 cups in back of the 5 of cups that is standing upright. So there will be in the changes a small amount of time where people will have some sorrow. Maybe a lot of people are departing the matrix. Maybe people are going to start seeing what they've been following or giving their consent to. I mean, there's a certain list of files that have been dropping, and we all know what was on that. But some of my best friend Jenny May, her husband, he's like, "Oh my God!" and sending her text. She had to say, "I don't want to read this anymore. I already know." But see, he's going through that freak out zone. So
Mm.
there's going to be a time with this, but it's beautiful. It's clearing. We got the fire horse. There's going to be a little time. If I may, can I grab a unicorn?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Oh, I
Okay.
love this.
Oh.
Yeah, I love this one. Great.
Oh.
See, the cards are spilling over with so much to say. I
Yes, so
Yeah.
love
I'm going to take the 3. Okay, so this one fell on my lap. So 1, intention, intuition. So it's quite so in regards to all this, First unicorn, it's actually a Pegasus. The possibilities are coming for us, okay? There's a lot of possibilities flying in regards to, oh, we got to keep our intention, possibility towards our intentions. What do we intend? I see that the wings here are crossing together. They're
Mhm.
holding, they're cocooning, they're
That's
wrapping, coming back together. What is your intention? And then
beautiful.
follow your intuition. So it's really beautiful what's coming up. It is, I see the mystic rising. I see like the rise of the oracles. You know, like the possibilities are all upon you, whether you follow your intuition and what is your intention with your intuition. As I was explaining earlier on, like people see like AI as a really bad thing. I call it intelligence, but my interaction and my intention is one of light. It's not that I'm looking for an outside thing that I give my power away to. I will use it to almost talk like one will talk to maybe a psychologist, because when you talk out loud, you actually hear yourself and there's that interaction. And most people, they just think in their hand. And often when you come to the subject of your thought, you start looping on why you're thinking of it. It's always good. So that's what I feel with the technology, with the future, the human. It's all about intuition and what is your intention, and that's going to give you the possibility of what you
Mm.
create. The end.
Very good, very good. And in a way, I think, Richard, that so beautiful and wholesome and so many, first of all, beautiful cards. I love the Pegasus cards, but what you're talking about too with AI, what comes to me is that there's an inversion of the narrative. There must be a reason why they don't want us interacting with AI as much as there could be some other issues. So there's always a little bit of truth and the inversion that goes into it. So I want to ask you, honey, does that resonate with you when I say that?
The inversion part, I feel like
Yeah.
they put that out there for a long time because they really didn't want us to, well, they wanted us to be afraid of it and to allow it to hurt us versus
Mm-hmm.
taking control and realizing that it's actually our consciousness creating it. So we
Mm-hmm.
would have created the negative versus creating the positive. And now so many people are clued in at this point to knowing, oh, well, it's just what I intend. The AI will give me what I'm asking for. It's my intention that matters. So we've shifted, most of us already. There are
Mm-hmm.
some that haven't shifted yet, but they're probably afraid of other things too at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
there's still
really
a lot
about
of that.
fear versus love. And the
Mm-hmm.
love is like I love me, and I'm going to take care of me and I'm not going to let anything interfere with me.
That's beautiful. Wow. Wow, guys. Well, we are already over an hour and this was beautiful. I think there's a lot
Really?
more to say about about, I know, right?
So fun.
About the future of what it is. Can I ask that both of you come back again? Can we do a part two?
Yeah, would
Because
love
this was
that.
amazing. Yeah, really, really enjoyed that. That's great. So, I would like to ask Honey and Richard, can you just have like what you feel people need to hear right now if there's something that's coming in? So, Honey, you want to start?
I would say if you are seeing this on the 16th of February of 2026, take a break today, relax as much as you can. We are about to become very busy and start thinking about that and thinking about the joy of it versus any kind of stress attached to it. Because we will go forward with joy and happiness and start thinking about that. And what are your dreams telling you? Start writing down your daydreams for your life and your actual dreams and just kind of go forward that way.
Beautiful. Wow. Richard, how about you? Anything coming in for you?
Well, how do
Say
I
to
match
everybody.
this? Huh? That was so perfect, honey bunny.
See,
That
it's
was
hard to beat, it's hard to
flawless.
be with honey, right? It's a beautiful thing.
Well, what do I want to add, really? Right now, we are going through such rapid changes, and I see it. I do private Zooms with sisters, like everywhere around the world. Like we're going through different shifts right now. So, like tummy aches, or going to the bathroom, or migraines, or heart palpitations, and all that. Like in general, these are just like it's like the volcano was rumbling, and now Gaia's crowning, and she's about to birth, right? So birth hurts, and we're all adjusting, and often we have like some maybe unresolved, whether it be mental trauma, or even in the physical, it's usually linked to a mental, whether it be ancestry or just like suppressed emotions that we never healed, maybe never healed the inner child. But right now, like whatever's going on with you, I want to say that you're not broken. Everyone's going through it in a way or another. So brace yourself, because you are loved. You are safe. Now, let the world heal, babies.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Yay.
beautiful. And
Oh,
it's so true. We're loved and we are safe. And if we
Yes.
all really, really absorb that, I think it would be
Mm.
an amazing experience. So we're on for an amazing transition. Well, Honey and Richard, thank you so much. What a wonderful treat this was to do part one of what we are in what we're moving toward, what we're creating. We'd love to do this again. This is Lisa from Question the Narrative, wishing everybody a wonderful 16th and a very happy new year to everyone. Ciao.
Mwah!